Hello, once again I am here in my creative testing world, and if you guys have watched my channel enough, you know I love my redstone contraptions. But there is one setup that is of a particular annoyance to me that I can never remember quite how to do and how to solve, and that is having a piston fire above an observer and not have it turn into a clock. By what that means is if there is a block here, it turns into a clock. Oh, it takes me forever to try to figure out how to do this. And I have tried every single combination and permutation of a T flip-flop in between the observer and the piston that I can think of. And I just can't get it to work right. So, if any of you guys know of a compact and nice design for how to do that, leave a comment for me down below. Please, I am always looking for new ideas. And you know, the problem seems also that I always seem to need it to be one block wide. I don't know why. Now, that being said, this is the solution I did come up with, but look at how big this thing is. But it works. No clock. And that's because the observer is firing into a block being extended by a piston. That signal splits right away. One comes up to fire this. The other comes down to turn this piston off. And that's on a delay. So when this observer fires a second time from this piston head retracting, it actually fires into nothing. Yeah, that was my solution. But like I say, if you guys have a better idea, let me know. Welcome back to another episode here on the BrokeRock server. I am Voided and Lost, and today, quite honestly, I'm not quite sure what I will be doing. For once, I'm recording my intro before the rest of my video. Usually, ironically enough, it's the last thing I record. Right offhand, I think what I want to do is just a little bit of an update. Last week's video, I mentioned that I had lost some of my shulker boxes and I was grinding to get supplies back, and that actually prompted me to think about making some mini farms to help me out. You know, because up until now I haven't really had many mini farms. And so how about, oh hey, where the roses, you like them? Those are cool. Those are so cool. That's thanks to my Wither Rose farm I made in my last episode. But I think, like I say, I kind of want to show you some of my farms. Let's start over here with this one. Alright, you may have seen my Kelp Farm in the background to some of my videos. But I have not really shown it off yet because kelp is kind of fickle. Kelp is odd, kelp is weird, and occasionally it stops growing, especially after an update. And I'm not sure if it's updates, if it's what exactly it is. If it could be my design itself. But this is real simple and basic and does not use pistons because I am trying for something that is user-friendly. And pistons and rail carts are hard on mobile devices. But this, basically, the kelp grows up in front of the observer. Observer fires into a block. Below that block is a piece of redstone, which activates the dispenser. In the dispenser is empty buckets, one per dispenser. And that removes the water from in front of it, which breaks the kelp. Kelp breaks, observer fires, and the dispenser puts the water back. So yeah, I mean, I do a tutorial, but it's dead simple. And yeah, it runs. It runs for a while. And then, like I say, it kind of stops running. And then to fix it, I have to go in, break all the kelp, and replant them, which is odd. Up above, I do have flowing water, so the kelp floats through the top and over to this chest. Alright, another mini farm. This is my sugarcane farm. I did a sugarcane farm tutorial a couple years ago, and basically this is that, except I did change up the clock that I use to a more modernized clock. You can't see it, but I did do that, and it runs off a bone meal. I have a skelly farm, so I can use bone meal. And this is mostly for paper. So I can get paper for rockets. And for this guy over here, I got my last 3 villagers, and this guy, my cartographer, buys paper. And I'm hoping to unlock the Woodland Mansion map, so I can maybe be the first one to the Woodland Mansion. Shh, quiet, quiet, secret. Because I don't think anybody else has made it there yet. Alright. A third farm. I just keep going deeper and deeper into the bowels of my base. My third farm. Passive farm. Passive cactus farm. Yeah, it's not very big, but it's directly below everything. Wings of End should like this one. Secret poop joke. Not so secret poop joke. Yeah, the water flows down into here, and then it just collects my cactus for me. Dead simple again. Right. Yes, over here we have temporary. This is just temporary. But I finally went ahead and got a temporary egg farm. And for those of you, again, who saw my last episode, those are for my Wither Rose farm in the Nether. Yes. So I have one more farm that I would like to try doing in this episode. And I've made a big old green box. The beginnings of my redstone contraption. Don't throw your pick. Let's see if we can see it fire. It's been working pretty good so far, and I don't even have the thing done yet. There we go. So when I made a stack of pistons to refill my redstone box, I did not think I was going to be needing them here. And I'm still about 4 short. Oh, but man, is it looking cool. And here is my ice farm. Beautiful. It's working wonderfully. I just happened to see that it was snowing out. But yeah, I could fit. I was looking at this, and I could fit potentially another line of ice in here against the wall. Maybe. But then again, I was also thinking that the roof up here, there's not enough room for the redstone right here where the roof is coming up. Well, since I'm up here, let me show you. I have waterlogged half slabs and stairs that feed to the spot where it turns into ice, and ice will only form, if you did not know, if it has sky access. And with this old build, it's not too hard to put holes in my roof and kind of make it fit, make it look good. But then I also thought down here I kind of want to do chests here up against the wall. And so yeah, by not having that extra line here, that means I can put chests up in here between the windows. I am really liking how this is turning out. I've added a few more touches of the broken windows. I've put snow around. Ooh. And then I was thinking about how I was going to keep these pistons up above from pushing all the ice down through my floor, because this is part of the overhang, and if I'm not careful, they'll push it down. And that's why I put these pistons in here. My idea is that those will still fire when the ice reaches the piston level, and all of these will come down one more level. Actually, it'll probably break my carpet, but they'll come down one more level except for the one right in front of the observer. And since that won't get pushed, because it's pushing against an extended piston, the observer won't have anything else to detect. And so all the ice will be down at floor level, and it won't go any further. And then I've gone ahead and I've added a manual off switch up here, so it can be running passively while I'm at my base, and then if I turn this on, these pistons will just extend into the ice zone, and I'm assuming ice will not form if there's a piston head in there. So that those two levers will be my off switches. And I have AFK'd here for a few hours, and I have a full house of ice. I mean, this is kind of cool, and it didn't break. It didn't push my floor out of whack. I started to do half slabs here so that mobs won't spawn, because I've had to take out all the lights because it was just melting the ice, causing problems. So I'm carpeting, and then I'm going to do half slabs. But yeah, let's see. Let's do a harvest. Is that a satisfying sound or what? Oh, missed one. Alright, and that gave us... Ooh, almost 4 stacks. Oh, that... Oh, wait. Yeah. Still almost 4 stacks. And unfortunately, that is all I have time for. I appreciate you watching, and if you liked the video, go ahead and share it. And until next time, as always, have fun, and see ya!